Hi.
Hey.
We made it. What is this, episode 6, I believe?
I think it's 6.
Yeah, I
That's
think
2
it's
hands
6.
now. We're on the second hand already. It's awesome.
Yeah. This is Sari Colt.
And Jack Ferdman.
Hey, and we're back with ENT World talking about entertainment, and we've got a very awesome guest for you.
We do.
And coming up in a little bit. But first, we got some news.
Some?
Lots
There's always
of news.
tons. I have like a book here.
He's got a book here.
I always do.
Okay, what do you have first, and then I'll say my stuff.
There's a lot. Actually, I'm going to jump into something different. I just
okay.
heard that The Christmas Story, a musical, is going to be made. From the movie, The Christmas Story. Right, and the original kid, Peter Billingsley, who plays the kid, is going to produce the show.
Well, he's very good friends with Vince Vaughn.
That's right, I heard that too. But I thought that was really cool, like Christmas Story, very popular,
Really?
very well known. Yeah, I know.
With his little BB gun.
I think that's going to do very well, no matter how bad it is. Just everybody loves that movie. It's probably the greatest holiday film ever made. Well, one of them anyway.
So you're getting in the Christmas spirit now.
I am. Yeah, it's kind of weird for me to get in the Christmas spirit. I know.
I know.
Holiday spirit. We'll say holiday spirit.
Holiday spirit.
Right. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Well,
I just read that today.
And we talked, we're talking about, again, Harrison Ford, 70 years old.
70 years old.
And guess what?
That's
He's going to
nuts.
play Indiana Jones
Yes.
again.
Number 5. 5th time.
Because he needs the money.
That's right. 5th time. 70 years old to play Indiana Jones.
Dun, dun, dun,
You think
dun,
put down the
dun.
whip and just take the cane, right? I'm going to hit you with this cane. No, that's not going to. Yeah, so, yeah.
I'm excited
And he's been around, like, he's been doing things since, he was even in Apocalypse Now in the beginning.
Yes, he was.
He
was in American Graffiti.
American Graffiti, that's right.
He's done a lot
So he's been around for a while. But he's a good actor. I mean, he's,
and he was a carpenter, like somebody else that celebrates the holidays.
That's right. Just for the holidays, that's right.
Just for the holidays.
Oh my God.
And my favorite singer, George Michael, is actually quite ill with pneumonia.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah.
And he was on tour in Europe, and he collapsed, and he's in Austria in a hospital with his boyfriend at his side, his ex-boyfriend flying in or at his side, and they were concerned that he might have vocal damage.
Oh, okay.
Which is a very big deal, obviously.
Now, there have been others that have they've been operated on and have succeeded, like to have new careers again, but this could be tough.
This is concern, yes.
This is concerning. And he's your favorite singer.
He's one of my favorites.
Wow. Yeah, he's very talented. Hey,
and man, the guy can still move. I saw him a couple of years ago, and he's still got it.
Oh, wow. See?
Yeah.
I've never seen him live.
He's actually a really
very
good
talented.
performer.
I like that song, Faith. I like his videos a lot.
So many songs, and he's got a very funny, self-deprecating kind of humor, and he talks about going through depression. He's just very honest.
He's gone through a lot in a lot of newsworthy things that happened to him.
Whatever happened to his buddy Andrew originally, no one knows.
Do we really want to know about him?
No, we don't care.
No, Wham.
It's like talking about Lindsay Lohan.
Right.
Okay, I got a funny one for you, and then you can talk about the KK thing.
Oh, okay, I'll talk KK, but you go ahead first.
Well, Courtney Love is Lindsay Lohan's self-proclaimed sober coach.
Of all the people, that's going to go well.
Yeah, because Courtney says that Lindsay's worse than she's ever been.
But you know what? I like Courtney.
You know what?
Like,
she's
you know
an
what?
interesting person.
She's strange, but she's been pretty good.
But you know, hey, if anyone can get Lindsay motivated to stop doing drugs.
Oh yeah, Courtney's the one.
Courtney would be the one.
I'd rather hang with Courtney just for the alcohol. No.
I know.
Yeah, that's a strange one.
It is strange.
So we're really going to talk KK?
Oh.
Do we really have to? Okay, we'll talk KK.
Well,
there's a big thing now going on again with her ex, with Chris, and Chris is now tearing her apart. He's really hurt. Like, I feel for Chris. Because she is, I do. I mean, whether he made a dumb mistake by being with her, whatever, he's just a dope. And, but I think she was brilliant in doing this. I think she's getting any news on her is good news, whether it's bad. She just wants the advertising. And I think her and her mom and everybody else are...
It's just cash grabs.
Oh, she's terrible.
And actually, you know what? If Chris would do himself a favor and just be quiet, because the more he talks, the more money they make.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. No, but I feel bad for him. And he's a basketball player, and so.
Oh, yeah, the NBA.
I know, and they're back, so he's making his money. So maybe that's why he can go after her and tear her apart. Maybe now he's making money, he doesn't have to worry about it.
Well, now it dawned on him that she did it for the ratings for the show. It's like, duh. What
did you think in the first place? Actually, he's actually a free agent. I don't think he's been signed yet.
Oh, so
it's possible. Last I heard, has no money yet.
He has no money yet.
Well, he'll be fine. I'm not worried about Chris Humphries. He's not a bad ball player, but
he's not bad, but he's not.
He's no star. No.
He's not no LeBron.
He's no LeBron. Far from LeBron.
Do you remember him being on the Raptors?
Of course I do.
And what did he do?
He was fine. He had a couple of good years. Nothing special, but he was fine. Did better with KK.
Yeah.
Yeah, financially especially.
It's very much so.
Right.
And there's another KK baby on the
sister.
Yes.
What's her name?
Courtney.
Courtney, right. Is it her
die.
second?
Yeah.
Right, her second.
And maybe they'll get married, maybe not, but...
Yeah, they're not even married.
They'll make money on this baby.
Yeah, poor
They'll milk
family.
this
Poor
baby.
kids. I don't know how much money these kids make. They'll be fine, but they are going to be so screwed up.
Well, Daniel Craig says.
Yes, Daniel Craig, my new hero. Tearing apart.
tell
No,
us.
no, you go ahead.
No, you do
No,
it.
no, I'm not going to tell a story. I just know that
Daniel Craig.
Bond knows what he's talking about.
He does. Basically, he's said in so many words that, what do they expect? They've sold themselves out for a
Right.
reality show, and they're making they had money before, and they're making tons of money. Like, what
He
do they
really trashed them.
Yeah, that, you can't say anything bad against the media because you're making money from the media.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, he did a good job. He said it very well.
Yeah, he did say it very well.
Check it out. If you haven't seen this, check it out. He did a
Oh.
great job. Way to go, Bond. Now I'm
Way
going
to
to see that
go.
movie just for that.
Just
even
for
though
him?
I like Daniel Craig as
And
Bond.
you like his wife, too.
I like Daniel Craig's wife a lot, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They got married very quietly.
I know.
They dated quietly, then they got
They
married.
did. No, Daniel Craig's cool, and Bond 23 is good, should be pretty good. The third one, Skyfall.
When's
The
that-
23rd one, Skyfall.
When's that coming out?
This year. It's in production right now. They're
So
filming.
probably next summer.
Yeah,
Usually
should
it's
be by
a
next. Bond's
blockbuster.
usually a summer film, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
yeah.
I heard. Have you seen Across the Universe?
I
The
know of
the
it.
Beatles
Yes.
related film
Yes.
with all their music. They're doing now one for the Grateful Dead.
That would be very cool.
I think that'll do very well. I'm not a Deadhead.
No,
I'm
me
not
neither.
I'm not a Grateful Dead fan, but I think a lot of fans will go see this.
Oh my gosh.
This
yeah.
and it'll
Yeah,
be very
for
well
sure.
done.
I think
yeah.
that'll be really interesting.
And I love the Across the Universe.
Yeah.
I love that. I thought it
Never
was very well done,
I think
and
it was good.
I'm a huge Beatles fan, so
Yeah.
anything Beatles is great.
Yeah. Oh, you're so happy today. And there's
Oh,
lots.
yeah.
There's all these baby news. Baby
Okay, what's
news.
next? What other baby?
Maggie Gyllenhaal's expecting.
I didn't know that.
Yes, she is.
Oh, I like Maggie Gyllenhaal.
And Tori Spelling wants a fourth kid because she just had one, so she's got to make more.
Are they going to be tweeting her picture like with like no clothes on, like they did like those mistakes that her hubby does?
Oh,
That was a bad move.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
Not for everybody else that likes Tori Spelling. I'm not a Tori Spelling fan,
Yeah,
but
I actually met them one time in Toronto. They're actually very nice.
really,
Yeah, and
I've heard actually they're very nice.
They're very sweet, and this is when she just had Liam, and I asked her if I can look at the baby. It was in the carriage, and she goes, "Yeah, of course, have
Yeah,
them
very
on."
nice.
Yeah, they're very nice. actually.
I've heard they're good people.
Yeah, he
Just
was.
strange, but good people.
Well, you know what? It's just the way it is, right?
Well, it's Tori Spelling.
When, yeah.
I know. 90210, forget it.
Oh, forget about it.
Well, you watched it, right? You were a 90210 fan. We
yes.
all were, not the new stuff, the old ones. Andy Serkis, who played, he was in Planet of the Apes. So
Okay.
Fox is now pushing for him to be nominated for Best Supporting Actor
Really?
as the ape, as one of the apes. Now, that'll be the first time that a non-human will be nominated, character will be nominated for an Oscar. And they're really pushing. And you know how it is with, pushing the production companies, pushing, like Fox is
Pushing,
big,
pushing.
tons of money. They're sinking tons of money wanting this to be done.
Wonder
So,
why? Why?
He did a job. Did you see the film?
No.
He was actually very
not
good
into
in it, but it was mostly the makeup and the effects. But
See, I would
that'll
think
be
that
interesting.
he'd get nominated for the special effects. The
It
costume
will.
makeup
It
and
will.
all
It was
that,
very well done.
but,
It's a good film. It's not great, but and Andy Serkis did a good job. But he'll be yeah.
Like, what about Chewbacca in our
Chewbacca to be nominated.
He needs to be nominated.
Chewbacca should have been nominated for Star
You
Wars.
know, I think
sure,
so.
he's more well known.
And we were talking about interesting
Oh
couples.
my gosh, you were bringing this up. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
It is interesting.
J-Lo's dating, what's his name?
Casper
Casper?
Smart. He's a dancer
He's not.
or
well,
something. I don't know
he's
what
dancer,
he is.
He's 24,
But
and
this
he's got
guy,
J-Lo.
and this guy, if you see these pictures, I don't know. He's got art all over his body. Now, there's nothing. I'm not putting
No.
down tattoos or anything like that.
It's
But
just-
but it's a
just
little
she-
over the top.
But you know what? He's 24, and she's, what, 41 or 42?
She's J-Lo.
She's J-Lo, but I'm saying, like, for her, it's like,
Yeah, and she went, I think she's beautiful, like stunning. And
pretty
everybody thinks that. And for her to go from Mark Anthony, who to me is very unattractive.
He's extremely unattractive.
Right, and to Casper Smart, who is extremely strange looking.
Yeah, he's
so,
not a hunky guy. Like, he's,
no, and
I
you'd
don't
think
know.
that's her taste, I guess. So there you go.
Ooh, I
For
don't
every
know.
man out there who
You have a chance with J-Lo.
You have a chance with J-Lo.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
And our other favorite lady, Demi.
Oh, Demi, yes, another one.
Okay, so tell me about her boyfriend.
Well, Demi has a new boyfriend. I keep forgetting his name. He's
Scott
it's a strange
something,
friend. Yeah, he's he does a skincare.
Yes.
He's a CEO of some skincare company.
Yeah.
I have his name down here somewhere. I don't even know.
Scott
Scott Vincent Borlon or Borloa. He's very well known. I think he's too old for her.
Yeah.
He's 39, and she's
that's old.
49, so that's old for her.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
got
and
these
so,
eyebrows.
yeah, he's
like
a really strange looking
perfectly-
character.
Eyebrows.
I know, and I like her ex. He's a little dopey, but
Ashton?
Ashton.
He's not stupid.
No, he comes across dopey.
No, that's just the
And
shtick.
he's much better looking than this guy. This guy's kind of
yeah.
funny, strange.
Yeah, but
the eyebrows, really, you're right.
I guess she's going for someone who's a business person and
Oh,
not
100%.
in the limelight, like, you know,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
like
She is.
Ashton was.
Her skin will always look good.
That's the secret to
And
all.
this guy's done all the stars. Like, this guy's known for that. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. There's a story going out now. There's a lawsuit that's going to be happening
lawsuit?
for, yes, a big
In
that doesn't-
Hollywood?
Can you imagine? A lawsuit based on the Cowboys and aliens,
Oh, okay.
right? Cowboys versus aliens. Now, this guy in 1994 did a comic book on the story. Like, if you see the cover of it, it's exactly, it says Cowboys and aliens on it,
Yeah.
and also he's suing the thing for $100 million.
you
And
know
and it made more than 100. And he actually, in this case, I read the case, he actually could win this. He's got a big case on this.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they took the graphics and they they borrowed it without
Oh,
paying
for
him
sure.
the rights for it, yeah.
No, it's this guy could win very easily. In 94, it's 17 years. This guy hit the pay dirt. This guy
Yeah.
is going to make tons of money.
But I guess
Even if they settle at a court, he'll
Well,
still
they
make his
will.
50 or whatever.
Whatever. No, good for him.
He deserves it.
He
came up with
created
the
it.
idea. Yeah,
And
he completely deserves
someone
it.
swiped it.
And yes, it looks like someone swiped it.
Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, let's say you have friends in in the entertainment industry, and they ask you to be in a movie, and you're like, yeah, and you don't figure out, you get paid very minimal, or you kind of do it for free because
Right.
they're your buddies, and then you hit pay dirt and become a big star.
Okay.
And the friends release a movie, and they put your face all over it. Then you'd be Jesse Eisenberg. And
That's
the movie
right.
would be Camp Hell.
That's right.
And Jesse's suing.
Jesse is suing. Now,
So-
what do you think of that?
Well, the thing is, I agree. He shouldn't be the cover of it. It should be, and usually it's end featuring, or
Right.
usually in smaller print.
Right,
or
a small little thing in the corner, maybe a picture, but for sure in writing. But
Yeah.
they posted it everywhere.
Yeah, they post it everywhere,
Well,
which isn't.
they're cashing in and they're going to lose for it.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure
don't
because
know.
if he signed off the rights and all that, they can do what they want.
Yeah, if he did. Did he sign off the rights? I don't think he
imagine
did.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that.
Well, one way or the other, I guess the lawyers will find it.
That's right. And if he
Lawyers
didn't,
love
they're
this
in
stuff.
trouble. Oh, the lawyers know all this stuff. It's
Yeah, so don't make movies with your friends if you know you're going to make it famous later on and they're going to exploit you.
Yes, don't do that.
better
Okay, I won't do
friends.
that. It's good news. I have to write that one down. A story.
just lesson.
Right, we talked about Les Miserables a few weeks ago.
Miserables, yes.
With Anne Hathaway joining the cast. It's going to be an incredible
She's
cast.
getting married, by the way.
Oh, yes, I heard that. I know. I'm
And
sad about that.
Are you sad?
I like her.
I know you do.
I like Anne Hathaway. She's adorable. Okay. She's going to be in the film in Les Miserables with
Yes.
Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe. We talked about Elena Bonham Carter.
Yes, good cast.
They are casting Eponine. They haven't casted Eponine yet. One of the big
Okay.
stars. And the audition have been Evan Rachel Wood,
Okay.
which is very cool. Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
And Taylor Swift are the ones that have auditioned. And Taylor Swift could do it. I can see her
Taylor
doing
has the same birthday as me, December 13th.
it. Same year?
We won't go there.
We'll say yes. Just say yes, and
Absolutely,
that's it.
we're the
Yeah,
same
absolutely.
age.
But now they just, Leah Michele just auditioned from Glee.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I think she's very talented, but I can't take her diva-ness. Let's put it that way. I think Taylor Swift would be the best choice of the ones I mentioned.
And it might also be like how much they feel like paying, because when you have a big budget and a big star cast,
This is big
there's
budget.
But I'm saying there's a certain amount of money already allocated to all the other stars.
No, for sure. And
So it
but they've all
depends.
wanted to do this, and it's going to be a musical, so you have to know how to sing. It's not a.
Yeah.
I don't know how Scarlett Johansson can
She
sing.
put out an album, so.
Oh, did she? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
she
that.
did.
And it's going to be directed by Tom Hooper, who did The King's Speech. So this is going to be
Oscar
This is a big
worthy.
movie for next year, and it should be released, I think, next November or December. So
But no one's going to have a French accent, right?
I have no idea.
They're gonna
but they're all
Americanize-
singing. It's a musical.
Yeah, but
it's going to be
it's-
amazing. I love Les Mis.
Okay.
Yeah,
Be
I thought
interesting
that was
to
very
see.
cool. So wait, there was something else I was
There's
going to say.
beer.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the
Oh,
boy band
no.
Hanson? Bop, do 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 do
Hanson.
up, do do. Anyways, they're,
Yes, I
they're
heard this.
making their own beer called Hop.
Hop, and that's a true story. That's not made up.
I can't even
yeah,
know.
and it's been since what, 87, so 14 years ago they came up with that song. And they finally
Bop.
decided to this song, and I can't stand that song. The beer better be better.
Oh,
Well, I'll stick to other beers.
you know,
I know. I'll advertise if they pay me for it. Here. Bop. Hop.
you just did.
There you go. Hop. There you go.
Hop.
There.
It's kind of strange. Like nobody.
It's strange. And they're well, they're not kids anymore.
No, they're all married
all
with
grown up
children
and
and
everything, so okay.
Even that little one is married with kids.
Oh my God! On beer with Hop, we actually have to wrap up now. This segment already. Great.
We're done.
We're done.
What?
I
We
know.
had so much fun.
So we'll be back.
And
with our guest.
With our awesome guest.
It's going to be amazing.
Sari and Jack will be back in ENT World.
See you soon.
See ya.
Hey, we're back.
Hey, we're back,
We are.
Jack.
Oh my
We're
God.
back, Jack. What do you think of that?
And this is a different setup. I like this. This is cool.
This is
She might
kinda
hit
neat.
me. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. I
might.
get violent. I
know.
But we're back on ENT World.
Yeah.
Sari, Jack, Sari. Yeah. Nice to meet you. We have a awesome guest.
We do.
Yes, filmmaker, producer, actor,
Yes.
director.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I directed one time.
Right.
You
Yes,
did.
we did
That's
read
what I'm
that.
saying. And any other things you do? This is Neil Green, by
Neil
the way.
Green, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. It's great.
Yeah, this is exciting. I mean, I've known you a while because we worked together on my first short.
It's one of my first projects as well, actually.
Was it really back then?
Yeah, it was. It was close when I first moved to Toronto.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right.
Close to then, yeah.
It's called The Art of Kissing, and he had to kiss me for, but it was fun kissing. It wasn't passionate.
I wasn't in that movie.
No, sorry.
We should put that up.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
There you
All
go.
right,
Yeah, we'll
cool.
post it for
It's on
sure.
YouTube, so yeah.
Very cool.
And that's cool. So when you moved to Thunder Bay and you came to Toronto to basically pursue your film career, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole different bunch of reasons why I moved. Actually, I moved from in Alberta. I was in the military at the time, and then I decided to come to school, so I decided to leave the Army.
Okay.
Packed up, drove straight through across, and came
Wow.
here, and I've been here ever since. And then, like, it was mixed. Like, when I came here, I knew I wanted to go to York because I wanted to act, and I was just
Right.
I live from Thunder Bay, and you know, when I was there, it was like, hey, if I wanted to be an actor, I have to be at York. I don't know why I put that connection together, but I don't even know if I heard that anywhere. I just put that
They
there.
have actually a very good theater
Yeah,
program.
it is.
Yeah, I studied film at York, and they have a great
exactly,
theater program. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I must have came down the grapevine. And I was like, I want to go to school there, and I also wanted to go to law school at the time.
Right.
And they had both. I was like, okay, got to get to York. Got to go to York.
That's right.
So that's why I moved there, and I didn't go to law school, and I didn't do anything for filmmaking in school or acting in schools either.
Oh, at your not
At
at
York,
all.
no, I mean I took some
Really?
classes,
Right.
but I ended up playing some football.
Oh.
I took psychology, but I did nothing to do with film while I was on campus.
So how did that evolve? Like, how did you left school and?
So when I left school, actually, I left school to model. I moved to New York, and I did that for like, I don't know, on and off for 6 months to a year.
Yeah, what'd you think of the modeling industry in New York?
Oh man,
Competitive.
I did really well. It just the city. I mean, not really the city. Really, it was my agent, but I blame the city.
Blame
Chewed me
them.
up and spit me out. You know, it was like a story here about people like going with their dreams and hopes and having you crushed. That was me.
Yeah.
You know, I went there.
Oh,
And,
I feel terrible. That's terrible.
It was terrible. I went there and I got lots of work.
Right.
But technically, I was an illegal immigrant, so the money wasn't coming to me. It would go to my agent, and like if it was a $5,000 job, I get a $100 check.
Oh, that was
And live on that
nasty.
for the month, you know.
Oh, that's
so
terrible.
That's evil.
Yeah, you know that didn't last too long.
And going from like Thunder Bay, small town,
To New York.
to New York,
And-
like,
Yeah.
we're talking,
Yeah.
And
culture
how do you
shock.
live? Like, did you have a model's apartment where all the guys?
Yeah,
slept?
you do. You have a model's apartment.
Right.
We had two of them, one in Brooklyn. We're in Brooklyn, one in Manhattan. If you were working, you'd probably be in Manhattan.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So if like you had a job the next day, you'd stay down there.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
you were like not working at the moment, you'd go to Brooklyn one, let other models
Oh.
working. Kind of switched on and off. And I met some cool people. And I had a great time. Don't get me wrong. You know, technically I've actually never been back to the city either since my bad experience.
Since New York.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, I've been to the airport a bunch of times, but I've never been to the city, and I should really give it another shot. But
It's actually a great town. New York's, I love
It is
New York.
great.
I
It is
just haven't
great.
been able to go back. I've been to LA. I loved it. I loved that one.
Well, you're in
That was a
Toronto.
great experience.
Toronto's mini New York. It's nice. It's great.
I love Toronto. You know.
Yeah, me too.
If I didn't, I would move.
Yeah. Well, so after modeling, you decided.
Again, like the modeling was like I knew I wanted to act, so I was like I needed something to leverage. So
Right.
I did the modeling to get an agent. It ended up getting me an agent on both sides, in New York and in Toronto. So I did both of those.
Great.
And like I said, when I was in the States, I did work. I just never saw the money for it.
For sure.
It never filtered down to me. Then I came back to Toronto. And then I tried doing like the normal mainstream acting stuff that you normally do. You know, I got an agent, going on a million auditions, got 999,000 no's. Did a few projects, including Sari's here.
Right? Yes.
And then, I went back home for a little bit. I don't know, it wasn't long, maybe 6-7 months. I guess, I just ran out of money or whatever here. I was like, what am I going to do? It wasn't like that deep, but it was just, what am I doing? Am I going to stay here or go back? And I just like, I'm going to make my own movies and do all that stuff. So I started pursuing it from that angle. I left like the big parts alone, like in terms of big budget movies. I said, what I'll do is I'll find a group of people, we'll make movies, and hopefully I'll grow, and then they'll grow, and I'll grow back and
work
forth.
together.
Yeah. I will keep expanding, and for the most part, I accomplished that. A lot of my friends, we did bigger budget movies, and they brought me on. I've done some movies with some budgets, and I brought them on board. And I think, for me, it was always, that's almost gratifying in itself. We're like working off each other. And you guys mentioned something about like, having your friends in that movie. You're talking about Jesse Eisenberg.
Right.
Yes.
And they're exploiting him. And I'm sure they had him sign a contract.
We sure hope so. It's
possible. And I actually feel bad that he's suing them because, that was one of his movies that he did.
Right, yes. In that case, that's definitely, I agree with that.
That's the whole point of, you're going to be exploited.
Right, for
That's the whole point.
You exploit your friends, they exploit you.
Yeah, well, and that's movie making. You're exploiting people.
Right.
I mean, that's...
In a good way, though.
Yeah, if you wouldn't be, there would be no such thing as profit if you didn't exploit.
Exactly.
Or else you'd be paying you exactly what you're worth.
No, I totally
profit
agree.
margin.
Now, you said you did a lot of acting. Now, you got into the production side of it. So a lot of the technical aspect you had to learn on your own, it seems.
Exactly. I never went to school for it at all. It was just something that we did, trial by fire.
Yeah.
One of my real first experiences with it was Slightly Used. We did this car movie, and I don't know.
Shot that back in your hometown.
We did shoot that in Thunder Bay.
Oh, very nice.
We went back to Thunder Bay for it, and it had always been a goal and dream of mine. I partnered up with my brother for that.
Okay.
I told him what I wanted to do. I had no idea about business in any sense. He had just finished business school, so we came together, and he was like, well, this sounds like an interesting business. And I said, well, this sounds like an interesting movie, so let's try to do it. And it actually didn't start as Slightly Used. It started as something completely different, a totally different project. 3 months, we had pitched the movie to all of our friends, investors. We got the money, and 3 months before we were about to shoot, the building that we had written the whole movie about burnt down.
Oh gosh!
Oh my God!
It's a building that's impossible to burn down. It's an old cathedral bank, like inside job. Actually, like one of those big Gothic-looking banks.
Yeah, they're historic.
Yeah, exactly. The
God.
facade's still there, but the building behind it's burnt down, and we're like,
That's disastrous.
3 months.
Oh my gosh.
We did a whole year of preparation for this.
That's
What do? We give back the money, or do we make another movie? And we're like, okay, we got to make another movie.
Make another movie, right?
So you changed all the
Changed
locations.
the whole thing. We came up with a whole new idea. I had to.
Oh, you have to change the whole script,
You had to rewrite
everything.
the whole
Yeah,
script.
it was
Wow.
like a bank heist movie.
Oh my gosh.
And looking back on it, it was probably a blessing in disguise. Like we were going at this with a half-blinded. Like we thought we knew everything.
Right.
Not until you do it do you know everything,
Sure.
and do it a few times do you know everything.
Yeah.
So when we did, I had this idea Slightly Used because I bought a car and I got totally ripped off, and it was a lemon, like exactly what you hear in the movies. Yeah. So I was like, it had been something I'd been toiling with for years, and I was like, okay, well, I have this idea about a used car salesman. Let's make a movie about that. We had the script penned in like 2 weeks, the first draft.
Really?
Got it out. We had to change directors because the director was doing this action movie, whole new everything.
Oh my goodness.
And we pulled it off, and I think it turned out to be way better because we would have been doing this epic movie with a little budget instead of a little budget with a little movie to match it. Even though always trying to increase your production value and everything. But
And you had your whole all your family and friends host everybody, like the cast, the crew.
yeah, no, actually we did it pretty professional. We rented what we did is we went to the college there and rented out the dorm.
Oh, that was great.
Rented out the whole dorms. Everyone had
very
their
smart.
own rooms.
Yeah.
Everyone
That's
had all our
excellent.
things, and because we were a small town and people knew who I was from other projects or other things I've been doing, we were able to leverage it a little bit. I'm from here. Can you give us a deal? And like every filmmaker, you get as many deals as possible. You make a movie.
Definitely got
about
to
it.
take what you can take. Yeah.
So we were able to bring everyone down, and that was kind of the lure for actors too. Like, oh, we're going to do this movie like way away from Toronto. So people came out for it, and they enjoyed it. They loved the script, and it turned out to be a real solid project. Yeah.
Right, and then you came to Toronto and started. Well, you came back to Toronto to do other films.
Yeah, we
Did
came back to Toronto to do Post too as well. Everything,
right.
after shooting was done in Toronto for it.
Did some of your actors and all of them come to Toronto to do other films? Are they still the same crew, the same group of people?
In what sense?
Like the actors that you're doing now, other films now.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
same people
Some of the guys I've worked with many times. With
that's great.
like in Black Eve, there's a couple of people I worked with a bunch of times, but Timothy Paul's one I worked with in Slightly Used. He played Harvey, this depressed salesman all the time. The whole movie's depressed. And every scene he's always trying to commit suicide kind of thing.
Oh, a happy
it's
soul.
dark
That's
comedy.
Dark comedy. Very nice.
Well,
it's good to work with the same people.
Yeah, and I've worked with him a bunch
of
times. He's worked with me on Face to Face. I've worked with me on Black Eve. The director, Blake Vandergraaf, he worked with us in Slightly Used. We met him on Slightly Used. He did... what's the movie he did? Sidekick he did before, and that went really big all over.
Oh, it's huge,
They went to Warner's, they sold that everywhere. His next project was Slightly Used, and then even more recently, we did Face to Face, which is kind of a pilot, or it's a pilot, but we don't want to air it on TV. It was a pilot to say, hey, this is kind of what we can do. You know, there's got to be some work to it, but we also want to take it and use it on the web, which we'll be doing. We'll break in that small short into little episodes, and it's you know, it's off the wall kind of comedy. It's very slapstick. The lead actor Ryan Walsh can do like 100 accents, anything on the fly. You can give him words and topics, and he can just switch back and forth. So we kind of did this around his you know, his ability, and hence Face to Face. He can switch characters, and it's all about basically all his characters live in a small town or a hypothetical town. And they never interact with each other, but they always have integrated or interact in some way. For instance, I play a rapper named NG What, and everyone knows of this rapper. So even if it's another character, they'll see my post in the background because he's a fan, or the other guy's daughter hates NG What and doesn't want the music played. But you know, so you know they're living in the same world. It's kind of like you know, Kids in the Hall mixed with Little Britain. Type of comedy, but it's really good. And Blake Vandergraaf directed that as well. And
so is there a certain? Okay, can you give us the website links so people can?
You know what? We're just doing it on Facebook. We're going to be releasing it on Facebook and obviously on YouTube.
Great!
If you want to check it out, you just search Face to Face. I'm just trying to remember if it's Face
on
numerical
Facebook?
2 or Face or Face to Face. Look up both of them, and I'm sure you'll find it.
Right on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Oh, perfect! Great.
You can find it on Facebook.
And Black Eve, that I had the little part in. What's sort of going on with that? It's a really interesting horror film.
Yeah, Black Eve.
I've heard a lot.
So speaking about working with the same people, the director, Ryan Andrews, we and him have done 4 or 5 projects together now, and we started. He started off writing me stuff because we're looking for our next project of Slightly Used. I read maybe 200 scripts. And only out of all of them, only one of them had popped out to me. Not that they weren't good, but they just fit what I needed. We never ended up shooting that, but through that relationship, you know, we have done 4 projects we've done, and Black Eve is one of the last features. He's gone on to do another feature now, actually called Sick. But Black Eve is you know, we wanted something to stick out. You're an independent film with little money. We just wanted something. What are we going to do that makes something different? And we thought it was a location. So I went out and found a mall, and they gave us a mall.
It's amazing how you got that mall.
Yeah, we had this mall. They gave us to us for little, and we were able to shoot the whole movie in there.
It's an abandoned mall. It's
not abandoned. It's active.
Oh, really?
But what happened was they had this area. It was basically a bay that they weren't using anymore. And I had went in there, and over months, I mean, I've talked to them. I'm like, I know I wanted it. I knew I was going to get it. I didn't know how I was going to get it. But I went in there like, no, you know, it's not really, you know, safe. I'm like, we have insurance. So, okay, now we need another argument back and forth. I sent him baskets of gifts.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's like, you don't need to do this. I'm like, well, maybe I do. Wine, I sent him, you know, over time.
You know what you wanted. That's great. Good for you.
Yeah, and we got
Persistence. I like that.
And we got it, and we shot in there. And
it was damn cold in there, too.
Yeah, it was. Because it's a part of the mall that they're not using. And actually, they destroyed it now. It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, not the mall, just that area.
Yeah.
But it was massive. It's huge. It's a bay.
That's right. It worked out well.
Yeah. So we shot that, and basically, you know, it's a party in a mall. Someone decides to have a party in a mall, Halloween-themed party. One of the lead actresses, no one likes her character, so they slip her something in her drink, and if she passes out, when she wakes up, everyone's dead. And she's trying to trace the steps back, and the killer is chasing her. And yeah, that's a really awesome film as well.
You didn't say you get to look really scary in that one too.
I think I look scary all the time. So that was just me. That was just how I woke up. Yeah, and that was a really cool project as well. We worked with Brian Andrews on that. My brother helped produce again. Me and him do all our projects together. What else do we have?
Well, you were talking about before that you were a rap artist, like in the signs. Now you do music as well.
Yeah, I've done
right, like
yeah.
hip hop. I've heard. Right?
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. Well, we had a group. We do still have a group in Thunder Bay. Called The Hit and Run, and we have some music videos on YouTube. And
oh, great!
I'm not as active as I would like to anymore because the group has kind of not separated, but we still do a lot of stuff. Actually, they do a lot of stuff all the time. But we have one person in Guelph, a lot of them in Thunder Bay. I'm here, so it's like when I go to Thunder Bay, I'll record as much as I can. If they come here, we'll record as much as we can.
Very cool.
And the group, as individuals, we still put it out as a group. So even though if I do my own song, it's still released as a hit and run
Very nice.
song.
And you can see some of that stuff on YouTube. And
yeah, you can see hit and run song "Hush." I guess would be our most popular one.
Yeah.
And that one was done for another horror movie actually called Off Season that was picked up by.
I was going to say if the music could be used in your
Anchor
films,
Bay.
that's wonderful.
Exactly.
Great.
That was our first video, and it's cool. And now they just finished doing another music video, "Salute Me,"
Very nice.
with Mohammed Escrow, one of our band members there.
Great.
And they do a bunch of stuff, yeah.
That is so cool.
There's so much going on. So what's your next project? Because we got to...
Face to Face is it's not our next because we're in the middle of that one.
Okay.
And Black Eve, we're trying to push both of those. So we just finished Black Eve. We just finished Face to Face. Face to Face, we're going to release some episodes on the web.
Right.
We're going to pitch it around. And Black Eve, we're going to be submitting to film festivals all
Nice.
around.
Good.
Great.
And we've had a lot of interest from distributors from all over that have been contacting it because this movie's about a year late.
Right.
So people have thought it was done
Right,
last year,
right.
so they've been contacting us like, hey, is it ready yet?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
ready? So now it's just getting out to the world
okay.
and saying, hey, what do you think? Do you like it?
That's
So they can look up Black Eve on Facebook
Right.
Yep.
to follow what's going on and
Yep.
they can watch it.
Right.
Same with Face to Face.
Okay, good.
Excellent.
You can you can Google search both of those and you'll find them. IMDb as well.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Helps for both of those.
Oh, yeah,
so.
definitely.
Well,
Neil
we gotta,
Green, that's great.
We got to go for a little break.
We do. We got to go for a break, but that's awesome.
Neil Green.
Yes.
So check out his work.
Check out his
Thank
stuff.
you.
Yes, thanks
Awesome.
for popping
And we're going to be right
in.
back.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
See ya in a minute.
Hey.
Hey,
We are back. Hey, hey.
We are back.
We're back.
ENT World, Sari, Jack.
Yes, Jack's here.
We had a great time with our guest Neil Green.
He was wonderful.
Yeah, he's awesome, very
Yeah,
talented
great guy.
And he was fun to kiss, by the way.
Keep that one to yourself.
No, it's on
Well, you can
YouTube.
share it, but
It's all
it's all good.
kissing.
It's all good.
It's all good. No, he was a good sport. We did it a
he's
while
great.
ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and we've got some more news.
Yeah, there's more news before we do reviews. There's more news.
Well, I got a little tidbit about Guy Ritchie. He said
Yes.
that he does not regret his marriage to Madonna. Yeah, he's
I don't blame him.
Yeah, because he begat a beautiful child, Rocco.
Okay, right.
And he got probably about 80 million.
Right, so now he's thinking about the child, which is great, and the money, fine, but
Yeah.
he didn't have any happy times with
No, he
with
did.
Lady Madonna.
And he said it was like a soap opera. There was
Right.
a lot going on.
Oh, now
but
there's a shock.
He he's happy that he was married to her.
Right.
It was his first marriage, and he's planning, I guess, to hook up with other people.
She's very talented, very bright woman, brilliant woman, but she's Madonna.
But he got 80 million.
Yes.
So no wonder he's happy. And,
Good for
and
him.
a
I'd be
child.
happy. $80 million.
A son and 80 million. You'd be happy too.
Oh, I'd be very happy with $80 million. I'm happy with my kids, but $80 million is
Yeah,
great.
if you got that in addition to having your kids.
Oh my gosh, $80 million?
Wouldn't you be so happy?
I'd settle for 40. I'm not good that way.
So
That's cool.
Very happy Guy Ritchie.
I like Guy Ritchie. He's got, what was it, Lock, Stock, and
Yeah.
Two Smoking
He's
Barrels.
doing the
That's
Sherlock
very
Holmes,
good.
the new Sherlock
Right,
Holmes.
that's right, he is.
That's why
Very
they're
talented,
interviewing him.
Very talented. The Grammys were, the nominations, not the
Nominations.
Grammys, were on last night. They just came out last night.
Yes.
And they were talking about, when they did the nomination, Van Halen was actually going to be on and sing 2 songs.
They should.
Right, and I love that. I'm a huge Van Halen fan. I've seen
Well,
them just
who
recently when
isn't?
they got back together
Yeah.
with David Lee Roth. They were going to sing Running with the Devil and
Oh.
Jump.
Oh, those
which
are great
Well, I
songs.
love Van Halen. Every song was great. So the producers decided not to put them on because they thought that they were going to promote, forget the Grammys, and promote their upcoming album and tour, which they're doing in 2012, which of course I'll be there. But yeah, so they didn't put them on.
That's
and
rude.
they thought they were too old to promote because now it's a young crowd. And I'm a huge fan. That's ridiculous.
Of course it is ridiculous.
Right. So everybody, there was rumors they were going to be on, and everybody watched it and waited for them, and they weren't on.
No.
So no, I'm very upset.
That is not cool.
I like the old bands. I don't like the new stuff.
No, but you know
I'm
what?
a 70s rocker.
People who like music, it doesn't
Right.
matter how old you are. You know, like what you know, the Beatles. Oh, they're an old band. You know what I mean?
Well, it doesn't
like
matter
the
if Paul
Stones.
McCartney came on. They, it's
They'd say he's too old. Right?
He's too old, right? Well, maybe not Paul McCartney. He's royalty. Sir Paul McCartney.
Or Sir Elton John's too old.
Sir
you know
Elton.
what I mean?
Maybe she's Sir Eddie Van Halen. Or
He
Sir
should be.
David Lee Roth. Then he'd be on. No, I love Van Halen. I'm a huge Van Halen fan. I had to bring that one up.
And you know Aliana? Her name is Aliana?
Aliana. Oh, yeah,
Also
Aliana,
known
right.
Ali Lohan.
Yes, that's
oh,
right.
Lindsay's sister. Well,
Right.
she said she's learned a lot from her sister's mistakes.
Sure she has.
About using drugs and all those things.
Right, she's a wonderful kid.
So she knows not to do any of that bad
Right,
stuff.
until what? Till next year or the year after? How old is she? Is she younger sister?
She's what, 17 or something?
She has time.
Yeah, she's
She'll be there.
modeling. She goes
She'll
by
be there.
Aliana.
I'm so, not optimistic. I don't know why. It's Lindsay
You're not.
Lohan.
I know.
It's Lindsay. Like, that family is so screwed up.
Yeah, it's pretty.
No, anything that happens to the family, it's like I'll expect the worst.
Yeah, so if she's actually normal, you'd be like, whoa.
That'd be cool if she was.
Yeah, well, she's.
I hope she is. All the
saying
best
she
to her,
is.
but highly unlikely. Don't count my words. I
yeah.
said that.
Okay.
You were talking about Katy Perry and Russell Brand.
Yes.
That they split, you said?
No.
Oh, they didn't split. I thought they split for some reason. They were. I don't know why.
They didn't split.
Maybe I was hoping.
They just celebrated her birthday.
I know. I was hoping. Maybe I
You're
was trying
very
to throw that out
hoping.
there. I heard they went there tattooing together.
Oh, how cute.
How cute. They were in tattoo shops recently in LA this week. And not matching tattoos, just hanging out getting tattoos.
That's okay.
How loving is that?
You know, Russell Brand will be up in Canada soon,
And why is that?
performing Casino-rama.
Oh, yeah, right, yes.
Yes, he's making up his show date.
That's right.
in.
He's
So
very talented. I like
If
him.
you want to go up to Aurelia and Casino-rama, you can see
Not that
Russell
far.
Brand.
Not that far. It's an hour away.
Yeah, depending
Just
on
over
where
an
you
hour.
are.
From,
Wherever.
right,
Wherever you
downtown
are.
maybe an hour and a half.
Wherever you may be.
That's
but yeah, so check him out.
Yes, Russell Brand's very cool. I like Russell Brand.
Yeah, and you really like Katy Perry.
And I really like Katy Perry.
Okay.
Well, she's young, but I like her. I think she's
Yeah.
cool. Big birthday today. I'm a big fan. I don't know
birthday?
if you are, but Woody Allen.
Oh, him.
Oh, him. Woody Allen is beyond talented. Well,
know.
was anyway. Well,
He
I think he still
was.
is. 76
was.
years old today.
Yeah.
And he is an icon. He is going to go down in history, in my opinion, as
Yes.
the greatest comedic director of all time.
You think so?
Of all time.
Of all time?
And I think even greater than, and believe it or not, I think Chaplin is a brilliant director, but his films were not just about his directions, but his acting and his talents. And
Yeah.
I think Woody Allen has just done everything right. I'm talking filmic. I'm not talking
talking any
personally.
other stuff.
No, we're talking personal stuff. I'm talking filmically. We're talking his 70s films, which I
Well,
just.
you're talking
I was
70s
watching
films.
this montage today of his
Yeah.
70s films, and I couldn't find a bad one.
Okay.
And I liked everyone, even Interiors with like in the mid 70s, which is actually not a bad film with Diane Keaton, because he was with Diane Keaton, married to her.
He didn't
Was he married? Oh, he's with her.
No,
Right,
they
right.
just
he was
dated
married.
a long
Yeah, he
time.
does that. He waits for the young ones to marry, right?
Yeah.
But Annie Hall, Manhattan, Sleeper, Bananas.
Okay.
He's a take the money and run.
I actually like the
I'm
films.
a huge Woody Allen fan, so
Yeah, I can
everybody
tell.
go out there and watch Woody Allen. I've seen everything. I think I own every
Played
Woody Allen
Against
film.
Sam.
Played Against Sam is great.
I actually like the films when he's not in them. Put it that way.
So you don't like his 70s films then? You don't like Annie Hall?
It was okay.
Annie Hall
You
was
know what?
okay?
I was really little when it came out, and I
Me too.
didn't understand it and wouldn't have
Me
understood
too.
it, and I don't know.
I think Annie Hall, honestly, Annie Hall is probably in my top 10 films of all time.
Wow.
Yes.
No, not much.
The greatest comedy ever made.
Oh, no.
Wow, I said it out loud.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a Woody Allen.
Okay.
So I had to say, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Allen. There you go.
Alan Stewart Koenigsberg.
Alan Stewart Koenigsberg, that's right.
Yes. Okay.
Woody. Another Woody. We're talking
yeah.
about Woody. Not his real name. There you go.
So what films have you seen this week, Jack?
Oh, we're going to do a film.
we could.
Yes. I
Okay.
saw Hugo,
Okay.
a 3D film by Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
Right. And it was actually, people were talking about touting it as a children's film.
Yes, that's right.
And it is not.
Oh.
Not that there's like gratuitous sex or violence or.
damn.
Or that, I know. That's our
We
type
live
of
for
film.
that.
Right. Martin, come on, smarten up. Especially in 3D, that'd be cool. But gratuitous sex in 3D, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think you...
I just came up with a good idea. I just gave it to everybody. That's terrible.
Steal it.
That's right. But this film is actually, it's an homage to filmmaking.
You like that homage.
I love that word homage, actually. It's brilliantly done, and the 3D, we talked about 3D several times, that sometimes they do it over the top, like I can't even think, but...
Harold and Kumar in 3D.
Harold and Kumar, that's your favorite. Right, there's a lot of 3D films that it shouldn't be in 3D.
Right.
This one is made for 3D. This one is probably up there with Avatar in 3D filmmaking.
Wow.
Right. It's made, if it wasn't done in 3D, it wouldn't be, like, don't see it in 2D.
No?
See this movie in 3D.
You really can't?
No, I don't think it's right. You feel the films, you feel everything about it, how he made it. The cinematography is beautiful. The two children that are in the film are amazing. I think Ben Kingsley, who plays, I don't want to ruin it.
Sir Ben.
Right, Ben Kingsley
Everyone's
plays...
a Sir today, huh?
Yeah, Sir Ben Kingsley plays this man, George, and I can't give away the film. You have to see it, but he actually is so brilliant in this film, I would be actually shocked if he doesn't get nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
So I got to see
for
it.
Hugo. This is actually a wonderful film.
Okay.
Like I said, it's an homage to filmmaking. It's about a kid who lives in the walls of a Paris train station.
Oh, okay.
And he winds up all the clocks. His father passes away, who's actually short part and doesn't ruin the film, played by Jude Law.
Okay.
In an accident, and it's just wonderfully done. He befriends this girl, and they go on adventures, hiding from Sacha Baron Cohen, who plays the train police chief or whatever. So he's trying to go after him. It's wonderfully done, and you just leave it feeling a sense of, I love movies and how they're made, and it's wonderful.
Is this kind of like a Cinema Paradiso kind of vibe?
And I was actually going to relate to Cinema Paradiso, not the same type of film. It's different film, but the love of filmmaking, yes, and it's wonderful. And it's produced by Johnny Depp. So I know I did that for you. It's actually, and the reason I bring that up is it's Tim Burton-esque.
Oh, that's
It's got
fun.
that kind of feel to it.
Okay.
It's just a wonderful film, and honestly, one of the, for sure, in my top 10 this year.
And very different departure from Martin Scorsese.
Right, very different, and
which is good.
Which actually brings up another topic, because I saw an interview with Martin Scorsese about a week ago in regards to Hugo, and they were saying how much he loves 3D, because he talks about that.
Okay.
He wishes he did all his old films in 3D. And actually, well, we're talking Taxi Driver and all that.
Oh.
Actually, I'm very happy that he's wrong.
I don't want Travis Bickle in 3D.
Right. I mean,
me.
he would have done it if he knows about 3D, because he loved 3D. He was growing up loving 3D in the 40s and 50s in New York. He lived up in, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was the Bronx, but Italian neighborhood in New York.
Yeah.
And he was a small kid, Scorsese, and he loved films. So now he loved 3D, of course, and this was his, his classic, his chance to make it.
Nice.
But if he went back and made those films, I would be
wouldn't
very
work.
upset. Martin, don't do it. Please don't do it.
Don't stop.
Right, I think he might be a little bit too old now. He may be going senile, but no.
No.
Hugo's a wonderful film. Go see it. Honestly, top 10 for sure this year.
And we got some interesting films on DVD to talk
Right.
about.
The big one I find is Super 8.
Oh, what a great film.
That was great. So you love Super 8.
I loved Super 8.
Oh, I love that film. Everything about it.
Oh,
yeah,
just
I mean,
beautiful.
it's Spielberg again with the children. He focuses on the seeing life through the eyes of children, and I just loved it. And the train sequence, everything about it.
The best part was seeing the film within the film.
That's right. Seeing the film at the end of the film, they show that.
Yes.
Did you ruin it? No, you didn't.
I didn't ruin it.
Has
No,
nothing
I
to do
didn't
with the
say
storyline.
anything. No,
and we
you
can't
just
tell you what
get
the kind of the film's about.
Can't
There's
tell
a
you
lot
anything,
of
but
twists in it, but go rent
fun.
it. It's great, or
Great
own
film.
it on Blu-ray would be really cool.
Netflix and all that stuff?
No, see it on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray?
That film would be pretty cool on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it was really
I liked
good.
it a lot.
Yeah, I did.
That's one of the better ones. That was a great summer film, popcorn film.
Absolutely.
Right. There's a few other films. What other films came out?
What,
I know
on
Bridesmaids. I think it came out, or it's just come out. You
Yeah.
love that film, right?
Yeah, I loved it. I liked it better than Hangover 2, but I liked Hangover 1 better.
Thank you.
So
Well,
it's
there's
like-
nothing. It's not hard to beat Hangover 2.
Yeah,
Hangover 2 was
Bridesmaids
pretty
was
bad.
good. It was fun, and my mother liked it. You know what I mean? So it's a funny movie.
Yeah, but is it? See, I found it. I thought it was okay at best,
fun.
and there were some great characters and great lines. But
Melissa McCarthy stole the
she
movie
steals the
for
film,
sure.
no doubt about it.
Great.
She's hysterical. That
plane
scene where they're trying.
scenes
No, the scene where
in
they're
the
changing
bathrooms.
dresses.
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
the best
yeah,
scene in the film
yeah.
by far. But
The plane scenes were good too.
The plane scenes are actually cute. But it's a female hangover film,
Yep.
and because I love Hangover so much, I didn't enjoy it. I thought. I wouldn't even give it a passing grade. I liked it at
was
best, maybe
Go
a C+.
see it. Rent it, do whatever.
Yeah, you
Bridesmaids
women
fun.
will like it.
It's good.
It's okay.
Listen to him.
Fine.
He's a guy.
Don't listen to me.
He's a guy. What does he know about
Last
chick
time
flicks?
I checked, I'm a guy. What do I know? I like chick flicks. I told you last week I like Sense and Sensibility.
Yes.
What guy loves that film?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. So you
Yeah.
can listen to me.
And actually, I don't usually like chick flicks, so there you go.
I do like chick flicks, and I like romantic comedies. I'm a suck.
Oh no,
I'm
I
a
don't
big
like
suck.
But what else?
There's a few things. I want to say this one. Another biopic. We always talk about biopics. This is actually going to be. They just released a photo. It was actually being filmed recently. It's actually in production. Another Spielberg film. Daniel Day-Lewis
I
is
heard
going
it's
to
Abraham
play
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Cool, huh?
The photo that I saw of this looked brilliant.
Yes.
It's amazing. And Lincoln, I mean, it just reminds me of films in the past that were portrayed, like actors portrayed real presidents. We're not talking about Michael Douglas in The American President, which is all good films, but real presidents. And Raymond Massey played Abe Lincoln.
Yes. Canadian.
Right, played Abe Lincoln in a couple films. There aren't many George W. W was played by, I can't remember who it was. Oh, who played W? Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah.
Played W.
Right.
So there aren't a lot of films that are played real life presidents. This is one to see, I hear.
And I heard Daniel Day-Lewis is staying in character the entire time of the shoot.
Right.
Even
I saw
off camera,
the
he
photo
is
that
Mr.
is actually
Lincoln.
you see him not in clothing, but you see his beard. He looks exactly like him. He's actually having lunch.
Yeah.
Like
he's
offset,
staying
off
on
camera. It's
stays.
unbelievable. And Daniel Day-Lewis is a
Brilliant
brilliant actor. One of the greatest. We'll
Yes.
talk about male greatest one day. He
Yeah.
might be on that list.
Yeah,
He might be. He's
cool.
great. So Spielberg and Daniel Day-Lewis, this will be something.
Yes, and it's shooting now, so.
Yes, they're shooting now. So
Another-
and they also said it won't be released. Spielberg will not release the film till after the presidential election.
Of course.
It's not to take the focus away, but it will be in time in December just for Oscar buzz.
Of
You know
course
how
it
that is,
will.
right? So we're
Yes.
talking thing. Any other news? There's always a lot of good stuff
There's
going
always
on.
lots of films, lots of
Oh,
stuff.
one more quick thing I want to say before,
Yes.
because we're wrapping up soon.
wrapping up
I know
again?
soon. Which is cool because Roger Ebert
Yes.
is now going to take a hiatus from his show.
Oh.
His show, I'm trying to remember the show. Oh, Ebert Presents at the Movies.
Yes.
Because him and his wife Chaz are budgeting, giving the money for this show. They run the show, they produce it, they
Yes.
give all the funds for it. There's no advertising anymore for it. They
Right.
can't afford it. So this show might be done. So I have a shot at it. No, I'm just kidding.
But, I mean, listen,
He's done it for a
Ebert's-
long time.
Remember Ebert and Siskel and all that? There were so many great,
He's actually a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist
Yeah.
in film critique in 1975. He's one of the few. So Ebert was brilliant.
Oh, he's still brilliant.
He is still brilliant.
Yeah.
I know. I might not agree with him all his films, but
No,
he's
you don't
brilliant.
have to agree,
I
but
know.
yeah, it's.
So I want to end with that. So maybe we can have another show. We
That's
can
a
do
legend.
Sari and Jack at the movies.
Yeah.
No, something like that. That'd be cool.
That's sad that
Very cool.
Ebert's got
It
to
is. Well,
stop.
it might not be over, but whatever.
He could do
Soon.
web stuff. He could do some.
come on our show.
Yeah, they could.
Why
They
not?
could do it cheaper.
If you have nothing better to do, come on our show.
Okay.
That's it for another week.
Oh my gosh.
Number
it
6 is
wrapped.
done.
We did 6.
We did 6 with
And
many
we'll be
more
back.
coming.
We'll be back.
Definitely.
And,
Actually, next week you're not here.
I'm in Hollywood.
She's a Hollywood star.
I'll have stories to
Yeah,
tell.
we'll tell stories still. But I'm going to
Hollywood.
be still here.
Yeah,
and
you
maybe we'll
get
have a guest.
Jack.
Maybe we'll do solo. We'll see.
Oh, you
We're
get
gonna
to see
find
Jack
out.
by
You get to see me.
himself.
I'm going to miss you, though.
Ooh, you will miss me.
I will miss you. But we'll
You
see you in
just
2
talk
weeks.
to an empty chair.
It won't be the same.
It won't be the
It
same.
won't be.
Oh,
But we'll be back next week,
me.
and in 2 weeks, Sarah will
Okay,
be back.
We'll see you.
Great.
Sounds
Have a
good.
Have a great one.
Sari, Jack, ENT World.
Have
See
a great
you soon.
week.
Cheers.